Hey, welcome back to the Shayne and I show. My name is Shayne.
I'm Max, and I got a cushion on my ass.
There you go. You're not the host with the most.
Nah, that was last week's.
That was last week. You're the host with the cushion on his
I
ass.
got a cushion on my ass.
Okay, this is the podcast about nothing that makes you think of something. I didn't say that in the last episode, and people were like, "Did you guys drop your tagline? Why'd you drop your tagline?"
We just forgot to say it.
I forgot to say it.
Well, fuck. Sorry, guys.
And you know what? I said it this time.
Yeah.
So let me say it one more time.
All right.
Let me clear the old throat. There you go. You cough away. This is the podcast about nothing that makes you think of something.
No, let's try that again. You're going to say the podcast about nothing part. I'm going to say that makes you think of
Okay.
something part.
Ready?
Right.
Here we go. This is the podcast about nothing
That makes you think of something.
There you go. Third try.
There tries the charm.
Yep. This podcast is also sponsored by mindgrindercoffee.com. Go and get you some.
Get you some.
$15. We're drinking it right now. We drink it every episode, so that's nothing that's nothing different. But yeah, man, $15. We ship anywhere in the United States. If you order 2 bags, you get shipping for free.
Fuck yeah.
Use code FREESHIPPING24 at checkout.
Yes, do.
That's all I got to say about that.
All right.
So shit, man, we beat the ish.
Yep.
Yeah, man, our last episode was just before Thanksgiving, a week before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So today's the 1st. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
We're right in there
Yeah.
on the ish.
Yeah.
And they didn't hear our funky little intro because we got a new intro music that he owns the agency, but he actually has real agents in the agency. It's not him.
I think it's called the Agency.
The agency.
Yes, the Agency.
Yeah. But I don't know why I wanted to talk about that. I just think it's funny when somebody's like, yeah, we got you on video. This is what I used to do because I used to do shit like this, right?
Yeah.
When people had me dead to rights and they were like, dude, we saw you steal the cigarettes or whatever it was. Like I wasn't like a big time thief. I would maybe shoplift some cigarettes here and there when I was younger.
Yeah.
But they're like, we have you dead to rights stealing the cigarettes. Not me, man.
All right.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The cigarettes in your pocket that are unwrapped. We saw you walk out of the store with them. Nope. Don't know what you're talking about.
Wasn't me.
Was it me?
Some other guy.
Some other guy.
Some motherfucker.
Some guy ran by me and put the cigarettes in my pocket and said, here, hold these and protect me. Because if I get caught, something bad's going to happen.
You know, something like that happened to me in Skyrim once. This guy had me hold an axe or something, and then some dude, and they ran off, and some other dude came running from the same direction. And he said, "Hey, have you seen some motherfucker who stole my axe?"
You're like, nope.
and no, I was like, yeah, he went that way, but I kept the axe.
Ah.
But then let me tell you something. If you ever played Skyrim, you know what's coming next. That motherfucker came back, and he's like, "So where's the axe I gave you?" I'm like, "You son of a bitch. You stole it. Finders keepers, it's mine now." And he tried to murder me.
With the axe?
No, I had the axe, so I murdered him with his own axe.
I think that's a made-up story.
Nope.
And I don't think you'd be able to get a position with the mail to be a mail courier if you murdered somebody.
Dude, what happens in Skyrim stays in Skyrim.
Skyrim's like a thing online?
It's a video game.
Ah, see, that makes sense. So, yeah, you would be able to murder somebody in a video. I get it now.
Also, it wasn't murder. It was self-defense.
Well, I get it now.
Yeah.
It's not in real life.
Well, I mean, Skyrim can feel pretty real sometimes.
Yeah, but it's not like the United States Post Office is gonna do a background check on you and be like, "Oh, Max murdered somebody. We can't hire him to do the mail."
Yeah, no. I mean, not unless they go checking with the authorities in Skyrim.
Yeah, because we ended the last episode. If you guys haven't listened to the last episode, which got some pretty good downloads, so I'm assuming you did at your foam parties.
Yeah.
That you have with your cake farting and all that good stuff.
All that, you all get together in your fucking furry suits.
Listen to Shayne and I show.
Listen to Shayne and I show.
On Alexa. You say, "Hey, Alexa, play Shayne and I show."
Yep.
You know.
While you're listening, you fucking make nut brittle.
There you go. And you find that that one still cracks me up, man. What do you do with the bag? You know, that was our most downloaded episode over 2022.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What do you do with the bag? The Return of Paper Meat Jones.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, everybody wants to hear about Nutbrittle
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
and what a zippy is.
Yeah, the zippy. I forgot that's where it started.
Yeah. Papermate Joe just walking into people's houses and just nutting in a plastic bag and leaving.
Yep.
That's what a zippy is.
Sweet.
Anyway, we left off on the last episode with Max filling out the application to become a mailman. And I wanted to talk about this because if you guys don't know Max, you know his voice, but you don't know him like I know him. I could really picture Max being a mailman.
Yeah, me too. That's why I applied.
And it turns out that he applied around in the town that I live in, which is like 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes, which is like a 5-minute drive away, but it's a different town.
The town border is 2 blocks from here.
Yeah.
The town line.
Yeah. So Max could potentially be my mail courier, and he's already promised me that he's going to do some vile stuff to my mail if he's my mail courier, which I totally respect. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are you going to do to my mail?
But just to your mail.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can say this on the internet because if the post office hears it, they're going to be like, "Oh, we can't hire a guy who's going to."
Yeah, but we didn't say the town. We didn't say what post office. So
true that.
I think we're okay.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'm not the only Max who applied.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the United States there's a lot of Maxes that applied to become a mail courier.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. If I'm delivering Shayne's mail, every letter I have with his name on it, I'm gonna stick it in my pants, smear a little poopy on there. And
I don't know why that makes me laugh.
Yeah, and then I'm not even.
I'm getting my mail with these little brown stains on it.
Yeah, be like, what is going on?
Who's the mail guy now?
Yeah, why does he have such dirty fingers?
I'm hoping he could be better than the mail courier we have now who delivers our mail like 7:30 at night.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we don't get our mail until late for some reason.
I have a theory on that.
Probably because they're so short-handed.
Yep. They're understaffed, so they have people taking on like 2 routes.
And that's why they're hiring Max.
They're hiring me.
Here's the other reason I wanted to talk about this too is because I could just see you being the neighborhood guy and you walking up to people delivering their mail and you're like, "Hey pal, here's your mail."
Yep.
"Hey, how's those hemorrhoids doing?
Yeah.
You surviving?"
Yeah.
I got a little agent secret for, the hemorrhoids.
Mm-hmm. You take a little rubber band, you wrap it around them super tight, and eventually they just die and fall off.
You could be the guy, the mailman that knows like too much information about the neighborhood that you serve. Your neighbor up the street over there, they do the OnlyFans. Yeah. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah.
And the Simpsons over there, they fight all the time. Yeah. I was dropping the mail off the other day, and the lady was yelling at the husband about some weird shit.
Yeah.
That their weird kid did. They got a weird kid, those Simpsons.
Yeah, fucking spiky-haired, weird.
They don't age.
They don't age. 30 fucking years. They've not aged a day.
Yeah. What's up with that? The kid's been 11 for 30 years. It's weird.
Yeah.
And then he has this weird sister that has this weird hair, too.
Mm-hmm. Also spiky.
But she plays a mean saxophone.
Plays a mean saxophone, which is weird for an 8-year-old girl.
Yeah, and the fact that she's been 8 for 30 years.
Yeah, that also is weird.
Yeah, and they have just this weird dog. The dog is super weird.
Yeah, its name is Santa's Helper 2.
Yeah.
Santa's Helper 1 died in the 90s.
I know all this stuff about these neighbors because they're very friendly and they very much like to talk. So, and then you got the guy up the street at the 7-Eleven. Mm-hmm. I drop his mail off. His name's Habu. Habu. He likes to offer me Slurpees all the time.
I'm pretty sure his name's Apu.
Apu. That's right. Apu.
Yeah.
Apu.
Over at the Quickie Mart. Yeah.
Over at the Quickie Mart. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a Quickie Mart.
Yeah. See, I watched The Simpsons.
I haven't in years.
All right, give me the proper response. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick.
What about, I thought it was Krusty the Clown.
That was Dr. Nick.
No. Hi, everybody. That's Krusty the Clown.
No, that's Dr. Nick. I'm telling you, man, it's Dr. Nick.
What did Krusty the Clown used to say then? I thought that's what he said when he came on the air.
I don't know what he said when he came on the air, but he was mostly just a fucked up, shitty old man in clown makeup.
In clown makeup.
Yeah.
So yeah, Max is going to become a mail courier. I'm excited for him.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
That'll be good. That'll be good. I could just picture you walking through neighborhoods, just being like, "Hey, Chet, how you doing?
Yeah.
What's going on there, Chet?"
How's
I don't know why one of your neighbors is named Chet, but that's where we're going with.
One guy's Chet, one's Chad, one's Chum.
Chum. One's Guy.
One's Guy.
You got another one. You got the Mrs.
Yep.
She's just known as the Mrs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Mrs. up there at 1492.
Yep, lives down the street from Fella.
Lives down the street from Fella. She's a little weird, too.
Yep.
She gets weird things in the mail that vibrate. She gets these boxes that vibrate in the box. I don't know what the fuck they are, but
Yep.
I'm just telling you all this, Chum, because, you know, your neighborhood, it's pretty lively.
Mm-hmm. It's a lively neighborhood.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I can just picture you doing that. Just being the friendly, like, everybody likes you kind of, and you know everything about the neighborhood.
Friendly neighborhood mailman.
You know what I was talking? They could be like, you know what? I was talking to the mailman about this the other day, and he said these rocks that we have in our garage, they're worth some money. It's pet rocks.
Pet rocks, man. Fuck yeah.
These people are listening to this podcast are like, what the fuck are we listening to right now?
Dude, I'll tell people like old stories,
Yeah.
old anecdotes. I'll be like, you know, back in the 80s, there was this economist. He bet a guy that he could just take a regular rock and turn it into money.
Hence the pet rock.
The pet rock. Made $1 million.
You know that guy made $1 million.
You know he made $1 million, which in the 80s was a fuck ton of money. And nowadays is, you know, it'll help.
Yeah, man. We got the holidays coming up.
Yep.
Any plans for Xmas? Are you an Xmas guy or are you not an Xmas guy?
I think we've established in years past I am a curmudgeon, a Grinch.
Yes.
That is me. Christmas can go S a D. Christmas is just the fucking dump. It's everything about it is bad.
Yeah, they already started playing holiday music the day after Thanksgiving.
It's you flipping through the radio.
That's why I don't listen to the radio.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like Bing Crosby dreaming of a white Christmas.
Yeah, and then they're going to do the marathon of It's a Wonderful Life at some point.
Yeah.
In Christmas Carol.
Yeah, every fucking store has a Christmas section.
Yeah, they got those up pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's right. You're not a Christmas guy. Ron is a Christmas guy.
Is he?
Yeah, Ron started listening to Christmas music the day after Halloween.
Ron can fuck himself.
All right, so you're not a Christmas guy. I'm kind of in between. I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm going to get the presents and whatnot for the family.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to act cheerful.
The presents are the worst part.
You don't like the presents?
I don't like the presents. It's essentially an obligation. Everybody has this obligation to go and spend their money to fucking make, you know, Mr. Higglesby on fucking Fifth Avenue richer than he already is, so that they can then go and pretend to be excited about what they gave each other.
But yeah, if it's your immediate fan, I mean, I'm not going to go get a fucking Christmas present for Mr. Higglesby because I don't fucking know him.
No, not for Mr. Higglesby. You're going to buy it from Mr. Higglesby.
Well, not the way I do Christmas.
What's the way you do Christmas?
Fucking gift cards. Everybody gets a goddamn gift card. Get what you want.
Yeah, where do you think they're going to spend that gift card? Mr. Higglesby's store.
How do you know, though? They might just use that gift card on Amazon. Is that Mr. Higglesby's store, too?
Oh, no. Amazon's Mr. Hugglesby's store.
Yeah, man. So I just get gift cards for everybody, and it makes shopping so much easier.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to worry about what to get people. I'm like, get what you want. People think I'm cool.
Yeah. I just tell people, in general, I tell people, don't get me a gift. I won't get you a gift.
And we're cool.
Yeah. And then for the people who I have an obligation to get a gift, right?
Right.
Immediate family and only immediate family.
Right. The wife, the mom,
Right.
the dad, the brother.
Exactly. I fucking just try to think of something thoughtful.
Begrudgingly?
It's been less begrudging in years past,
That's good.
but only because I realized half the pain is in my attitude about it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So if I go into it and be like, I'm going to try to find something that's actually going to, like, this person's going to like, it's a less painful experience for me.
Yeah, so we got pretty much like 3 weeks of Christmas stuff going on.
And then fucking the week after Christmas is everybody just basically reminiscing about Christmas.
And then, because then you got New Year's. And everybody makes their New Year's resolutions that they don't keep.
Yeah, and what do you think they're fucking eating all fucking week and through the new year?
What's that thing that people always bring that nobody likes? Fruit loaf.
Fruitcake?
Fruitcake,
Yeah.
yes.
So that, and then fucking like leftover popcorn balls and candy canes and shit.
And they're like, I gotta get in shape.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, dude, you were probably out of shape before Christmas happened and before New Year's happened.
Yeah. If you wanna get somebody a good Christmas gift, just give them a card that says 1 free pass on your goddamn New Year's resolution. You can redeem this at any point to just get a pass on your New Year's resolution.
I won't judge you
about it again,
and I won't judge you,
and I won't judge you. Yeah. So January 1st, you make your resolution.
By January 31st, you're over it.
By January 2nd, you've redeemed your card and you can go on with your life.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's usually January 1st they make the resolution, especially when it comes to like working out. Like you'll see an influx of people at the gym around January 1st.
Yeah.
By the end of January, they're gone.
Yeah.
It's too hard. Yeah. It's too hard. Why did I get a personal trainer? Yeah. It's awful.
It's like, they got other shit to do and whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Let me tell you something.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me something. Lay it on me.
So this is not a resolution or New Year's anything or any of that. But after Thanksgiving, I was like, I got to stop eating sugar, man.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad for me. It fucks with me. It fucking throws me off.
Yeah. I haven't had sugar in a while. And the other day, a couple weeks ago, no, last week actually, I broke down and I had a Snickers bar. I had a craving for like a Snickers bar for some reason. And I ate it. And dude, I actually got a sugar high.
Yeah. Because
I haven't had sugar in so long, I was like, oh, fuck, that's a sugar high. Yeah. Now I can't sleep.
Yeah.
Because I ate the Snickers bar at like 7 o'clock.
Yeah. And it throws off your fucking like gut biome and shit.
Yeah. I'm really glad that one of the things I stopped eating was sugar. Yeah. I mean, I substituted with Splenda and haven't seen any side effects from the Splenda or the 0-calorie sugar or whatever.
You know what? Whenever there's a lot of times I'll like use some artificial sweetener and somebody's be like, that'll give you cancer.
Yeah, I get that a lot too. You're gonna grow a second head out of your shoulder, and I'm like, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, I just tell them, at least I'll die with both feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least I'll die with both feet, man.
At least I'll die with both feet. I ain't losing shit to diabetes, buddy.
That's the other thing I don't worry about. Diabetes.
Yeah.
Diabetic. I don't want to become diabetes.
Yeah, well, cut that sugar, no diabetes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to cut the mayonnaise, too. The mayonnaise is the last thing that I got to cut.
Well, one thing at a time. You cut the sugar, next you can do the mayonnaise.
Yeah, I think I found a suitable substitute.
Yeah.
And I've been putting Frank's hot sauce on everything.
Dude, that'll do it.
And you can put Frank's on pretty much everything.
That shit's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been working, but I still like a little bit of mayonnaise for flavor, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Yeah. And I don't know what the fuck the point of this episode is, but we're just rapping.
It doesn't need a point.
Yeah.
It doesn't need a point at all.
It's the podcast about nothing.
Yeah. That makes you think. Anyway, so I gave up sugar, except last night I had birthday cake.
Whose birthday was it?
A bunch of people. It was fucking... Anyway, so I had birthday cake, and the whole time I'm eating this birthday cake, And
I gotta lay off the sugar.
And the whole time I'm like, yeah, so I gave up sugar, but I've been doing real good the last 2 days, so I've earned a cake. And I'm eating this birthday cake, and I'm like, well, I guess this is mediocre. And then I finished the birthday cake.
The whole cake?
No, just a slice, but still. And then I finished it, and I'm like, well, that wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like cheat meals. It's like you eat good all week, and then all of a sudden, yeah, I'm going to have a cheat meal. And it's like you eat the cheat meal, and you're like, well, that wasn't fucking worth it.
Yeah, also, sugar's fucking like, because of the shit it does to your body, it's like physically addictive.
Yeah.
And it fucking takes time to break that physical addiction. And,
yeah.
And when you say, I don't know, eat birthday cake, it really sets that back.
Yeah, it does. At least you didn't eat a whole cake.
I mean, I've eaten like a quarter of a cake.
And at least it wasn't you eating a fucking whole thing of fucking cookie dough.
No.
Like you used to.
Dude, I get so sick if I try that.
That used to be like a regular thing.
It was a regular thing. And now if I eat like fucking an eighth of a tube of cookie dough, I fucking like, I'm nauseous. I have a headache. I'm lethargic. I'm just fucked.
Yeah. It fucks you up.
For hours. I used to be able to eat one of those fucking massive horsecock tubes. And
just sit there in your office chair, all fucking sad and naked, and fucking just shoveling. That's the picture I have for some reason.
Yeah, just sitting in my underwear, eating a tube of cookie dough like a burrito.
Yes.
And you know, I would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now a few big bites of cookie dough, and I'm just physically sick, dude.
Yeah.
Sugar hangover.
Yeah. It's weird, man. You get older, shit's got to change.
Yeah.
If you keep doing the same, at least in my experience, like if I keep doing the same shit that I did when I was like, you know, when I was in my 30s or 40s or whatever, like that stuff doesn't make me happy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like in the long run, I found out that I really like being happy. You know?
No, I'm with you there. I like being happy more than being, I don't know, sad.
Or being a dick.
Yeah.
Because I could be a real dick sometimes, and I don't like that guy.
Yeah, me too.
And I found that when I try these old things that I used to really like, they don't make me happy anymore.
Yeah.
Right? And for me, it was like I used to like drinking regular Cokes on the regular, and I don't do that anymore because I drink one of them, I'm spun. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Those fuckers are so full of sugar.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, little things in life that I've taken out that I put back into that I've substituted with other things that make me happy. It's like, I don't want to go back to those things that make me unhappy.
Yeah.
And I kind of repeated myself there a couple times, but
that's fine. I stopped putting bacon on my burgers.
Yeah, that's another one.
And it's because I was like, the doctor was like, hey, Max, you got high cholesterol.
Yeah.
I was 30 fucking years old. And the doctor's like, you got high cholesterol. And I'm like, well, I better watch it now or I'm going to fucking die of heart failure at 50.
Yeah.
So I did a little thing. I was like, okay, I'm cutting out bacon.
There you go.
So much fucking bacon.
You know, I found the substitute for that.
Yeah.
When I get a craving for bacon, which isn't regular, but every once in a while, turkey bacon.
Fuck you and your turkey bacon. Not the same.
I know some guy in fucking Pennsylvania is listening to this going, turkey bacon sucks.
Yeah.
Cholesterol. What are these guys talking about?
Yeah. So, cholesterol is not great, but fucking turkey bacon is even worse.
Yeah. So we got Christmas coming up. So are we going to do a Christmas episode, or is this considered our holiday episode?
Oh no. At some point in the next month, I'm going to get real fucking energetically grinchy. And we'll do an episode.
Nice.
Most likely.
Nice. I'm looking forward to those.
Yeah.
I like those. But, yeah, man. What else is going on? Thanksgiving just passed.
Yep.
People know that.
Yep. It was good. I ate a lot of pie.
I didn't eat much pie this year. I ate a bunch of turkey.
Yeah.
I took like a 2-hour nap after I ate a bunch of turkey.
Yeah. I went and took a shift at this place where we were like feeding people dinner, and I was just standing.
I had a piece of pie there.
Yeah. So you had a piece of pie there. Good for you. I was standing in the same room as all these pies.
And they just called your name?
And they called my name, and I had 3 fucking pieces of pie and a few cookies.
Yeah. It's weird when you get older.
Yeah. And the whole time I was like, Max, it's okay. You're giving up sugar.
You're giving up sugar after you go on this sugar binge.
I'm like,
that's like the addict going, I'm going to give up crack. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about.
Crack?
I just remembered, yes. And here's the story.
Yeah.
I got a story with it.
Story about crack.
A story about crack.
All right, let's do it.
So if you're of the underage variety, you might not want to listen to this. If you're, what's it called, sensitive, or it triggers you. I don't know how talking about crack will trigger you, but...
Well, if you're a crack addict, it might trigger you.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine about crack.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
And by the way, I got to preface this by saying that I've been in recovery for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to a friend of mine about crack.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I've never understood it. And he's like, what do you mean? How have you never understood it as a person that used to like getting fucked up? And I'm like, it's a 5 fucking minute high.
Yeah. I know
like,
that.
What's the point?
Yeah.
And then you want more.
Mm-hmm.
And you do anything to get more. Like, I can see it from the guy selling the crack, how it's a moneymaker, right?
Yeah.
I can see like that it's a good moneymaker. I get that. But as a person that used to be addicted to substances, I would not want to do that.
Yeah.
And like that, one of the things that I was grateful for is when I was in my fucking shit, the things I stayed away from were crack, heroin, and there was one more. Meth. Yeah. Because they didn't make sense to me. Like heroin made sense to me, and I was like, oh fuck, if I do heroin, I'm gonna like it too much, and I'm gonna just become a junkie. I don't want to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because heroin sounded fucking fun to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. And it made sense. Like you stick a needle in your arm, you go to this, you fucking, your body, you leave your body. It's the most peaceful feeling in the world. As a guy that's head goes all the time, like that sounded wonderful to me.
Yeah. I want to drop a quick, just throwing this in there. Don't do heroin.
Don't do heroin.
All right. Continue.
But I never did it because of the fact that I knew I would like it too much, right?
I know what you mean.
Crack I didn't do because I didn't understand what the point of a 5 minute high was. If I'm going to get high, I want to get fucking high.
Yeah.
Not for 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I want something that's going to like get me out of it. And the other thing about that stuff, like the math and that stuff, your fucking brain is still going. Right? The whole reason I got loaded was because I didn't like the way I thought, right?
Yeah, uppers probably were not for you then.
No.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to shut this thing in my head off.
Yeah.
Right? And I like things that shut that off. I like mushrooms, I like acid. I like things that shut it off. Alcohol really did the trick.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you real quickly.
I already did a preface by saying that I'm in recovery.
Yes, but still, I'm going to stop you real quickly. I'm going to say acid and mushrooms don't shut off your brain. They change the channel. There's a difference.
But they make the channel good. I did 2 shifts. I worked at Whole Foods at one point while I was going through this mushroom kick. And I did 3 shifts on mushrooms. And people were like, oh my God. And that month that I did those 3 shifts on mushrooms, I got Employee of the Month.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, when I take mushrooms, I can't fucking figure out how to operate the remote control.
Dude, I was slicing fucking meat.
Jeez.
On mushrooms.
And you have all your fingers?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Good for you.
It was weird. It like totally mellowed me out. Like I was a happy dude. And it was one of those things that I did it once and I was like, oh yeah, this is great. And it was one of those things that I wanted to keep doing. And I knew it was one of those things that if I kept doing it, it was going to get bad.
Yeah.
And, a month later, I wound up getting sober. But at the end of that bottom there, like close to the end, I was trying all these different things because I knew that I kind of fucking needed help.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of needed help again, but I didn't want to go and get help again because it would just be like the last time I got help or the time before that I got help. Like it would just be like a bunch of bullshit from me, like not being serious about getting the help.
Right.
Right. And I was pretty convinced that any 12-step programs were just a fucking cult at that point in my life.
Yeah. Common sentiment.
Yeah. Pretty convinced, and I was pretty convinced that that I got help. That the second time I got help, I was fucking too young, right?
Yeah.
But
now, in all fairness, with the whole you being convinced it was a cult thing, you are a person who has started a cult. Is that correct?
Yes.
So it's pretty easy for you to like.
But that was after. No, that was during that time. Yeah, that was like during that time that I, like that year there. Where I was getting loaded again. That was during that time that I decided to start a cult. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So it's pretty easy to look at some shit and see how it could be interpreted as a cult because you made a cult.
Yeah. Yeah, so. I was pretty convinced, but it was also what we call it. It was that insane idea, right? I had this insane idea that I could do these things again and not face consequences like I did before.
Yeah.
Right? And
how'd that work?
It didn't work.
Okay.
Right? It was a year where I wound up hitting bottom again and the only place I knew to get help was the place that I'd been before. And I didn't know if it was going to work.
Yeah.
Luckily it did. And luckily I didn't do crack. Yeah. And I don't know why I just got on this tangent about recovery. But if you're out there, it's that time of year, man. It's that time of year where people are lonely. And this is, I think, why I got on this topic. Because sometimes I just start talking. Yeah. And I don't know why I'm saying it, but I know why I'm saying this now.
It's a good time of year to get clean and sober.
It's the time of year where people are going to be lonely and maybe some shit's going to come up that they need to fucking get help.
Yeah.
Right? Look. If you have an addictive personality or even if you're in the shit and you're lonely and it's not working and you know it's not working, get help. Talk to somebody. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
In my experience, it was I needed to go back to a 12-step group, 12-step recovery that I knew that I didn't think was going to work. Right. But it did. Luckily. Yeah. Thank God. 20 something years later. And I'm still, my life is vastly different than it was back then. I'm glad.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad I don't know why. Just the word crack makes me giggle. Like you're doing a drug named after a part of your ass.
Yeah. Like
you have a crack in your ass and you're smoking part of your ass. It sounds funny in my head.
I get that.
But yeah, man, if you're fucking going through it and you're lonely and you're doing too much, it's okay to get help.
Yeah.
Maybe you're listening and you're like you're drinking your bottle while you're listening to this.
Yeah, or smoking your crack.
Doing your heroin, whatever it is. Yeah. You know it's a problem and you know you're alone. It's okay to get help.
It is okay to get help.
Okay. Now that I got that out of the way,
yeah,
I think we can move on from that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got on that topic, but just the conversation about crack that I had with my friend it was funny to me. Like I said, I never understood it.
Well, that wasn't super funny, but yeah, crack is funny.
Yeah.
I had a roommate once who
I remember that roommate.
Yeah. Yeah.
He liked his crack.
And then he would come out of his room all high on crack and explain how he was coughing because he has a cold.
And he's not on crack?
Not because he's smoking crack. It's like, I'm not smoking crack. I just have a bad cold.
I've had the same bad cold since the day I moved in here.
Yeah.
It's not getting any better.
Yeah, like, okay, buddy. Just keep paying your rent and we're cool.
Yeah, you just keep paying your rent and just stay in your room and be quiet. We're all right. What if he OD'd, though?
On crack?
Yeah. Can you OD on crack?
Yeah, I think you can smoke yourself into a seizure or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, he did.
I remember that guy. That guy was fucking weird.
I fucking love that dude.
He was funny.
Yeah, he was great.
But he was weird. You could always tell, you could always tell he was on something. You're like, dude, he's on something.
I ran into him like 5 years back.
Mm-hmm.
Off the crack.
Off the crack. That's good.
Doing good. Looking all fucking fresh and bristle-tailed. I don't know.
all bushy and bristle-tailed.
Yeah, just looking good and healthy.
Nice.
And not crack smoking.
Not crack smoking. Yeah. Not living in a car.
Not living in a car or anything. Yeah.
Wasn't he the guy that sold? Didn't he wasn't he a plumber or some shit like that?
Yeah, well, I don't want to go too much into all that.
Right.
But yeah, I had a crack smoking roommate once.
A crack smoking roommate.
Crack is what crack is. I knew one guy once, a recovering crack addict, and he told me a story about a friend of his who he admired, looked up to. This guy.
What, doing crack?
Yeah. So this friend of his, was a social crack smoker, which I didn't know such a thing existed. But,
is there such a thing?
Yeah. So apparently this guy could smoke a few rocks while he was hanging out with some friends and then just not think about it again for like a month.
See, I don't get that. I was on a date recently. Oh, yes, I was.
Ooh.
I haven't talked about dating in a while just because there's nothing to report and nothing's worked out. But I was on a date recently with a woman and with a woman. Yes, a woman. I was on and she ordered, like, we were sitting down to dinner and I explained to her that I didn't drink and she's like, do you mind if I do? And I'm like, it doesn't bother me if somebody's like normal and can handle their shit. You know what I mean? If they don't drink like I drink, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Right? They don't do the shit that I did. They don't wind up getting arrested when they're in a public place or whatever. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Right? And so she's like, okay, well, I'm ordering this chicken dish and I don't know. I think the white wine's going to pair well with the chicken dish. And I'm like, this one always gets me. It doesn't matter who it is. I have friends that match their beer to their burger. It's weird to me.
Yeah.
Right. And she's like, I think the white wine's going to go with the chicken. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, you got to match the wine with the food that you're going to order. And I'm like, huh? She's like, yeah, it's a thing. Like, I don't want to like fucking taste the wine. I don't want the alcohol to be overpowering. I'm like, why? Why don't you want the alcohol to be the overpowering thing? She's like, well, I don't want to get drunk. And I'm like, why? She's like, well, I got to work tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, okay, so Shayne,
so
the difference.
I know the difference.
Okay.
The thing that tripped me out, though, was she ordered the wine with the dinner.
Yeah.
She drank half of it.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's when you finish the goddamn wine, woman.
That's when you order a second.
Yeah. And you order a third, and then you order the bottle.
Yeah.
Like, and she's like, I don't think me and you would have met when you were drinking. I'm like, oh, most definitely we would not. I wouldn't be, I wasn't a functioning alcoholic. Like, I was a fucking low bottom fucking, I want to drink everything. I would not go to restaurants when I was getting drunk.
Yeah.
I'd get kicked out of restaurants because I'd show up drunk and make an ass out of myself, but I would never go to fucking restaurants and like, I'm going to have a glass of wine with dinner. That wasn't me.
Right.
I like fucking cheap wine.
Cheap wine.
$1.25 wine.
I'm a Carlo Rossi man.
I'm a Mad Dog 2020 Night Train kind. Night Train was the best shit ever.
There you go.
Half of a bottle, you're fucking blacked out. You come to, you have the other half of the bottle to go. You do it all over again. So for like $4, you can get 4 bottles of wine and go on a nice bender.
All right.
So anyway, I think we're going to wrap this episode up.
Yep.
It's been like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And, hey, it's the podcast about nothing, man.
Nothing. Yep.
We just talked about nothing for 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
If you stuck with us, we thank you.
Yep.
Please leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. It really helps us out. And if you want to throw us a topic, email us at ShayneandI@gmail.com.
Yes.
And until next time, America,
Don't shit yourself.
don't shit yourself.